Hello everyone, this is Mr. 206. It has been a week since my last Gaming Slurs video, and as predicted, it seems YouTube really did not like that video, because pretty much since that video, my views have gone down like 90%. It was something I predicted, but I didn't think it was going to go down that much. So if you're watching this, make sure you watch through the whole video, like and subscribe, because I really need it right now. It's like throwing a penny to your local homeless man. Anyway, last time we left off on the video, I was around halfway through the tier list. This video is actually going to be much worse than the last one, because the last one was using a pre-made tier list, and the words are pretty mild. But on this one, I do end up adding my own words around halfway through the video, and they do get a bit raunchy, just letting you know. And then just a warning, just like last time, this video is for mature audiences. If you're not an adult or you have thin skin, please click off the video. This is not the video for you. In this video, more specifically, we are going to get it downright homophobic, sexist, and racist. It's going to be a wild one for sure. Anyways, I'm kind of stalling for time because if I put these words on the screen immediately off the bat, YouTube will destroy my channel even more than they already have. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. Cock gobbler. Oh yeah, this is, using the same context as, cock slut. Let's say you're playing something like, a social deduction game, and one player is making a lot of accusations and somebody's always backing them up. Even though you can tell they don't really have an opinion of their own, but just because they like that person, they're kind of, dick riding them. They're being a cock gobbler, doing whatever that person says and supporting them just because they find them to be cool or something like that. Or if you're playing something like Marvel Rivals, dick rider, support healing their tank and only the tank, call them a cock gobbler. They're dick riding. But I feel like cock gobbler doesn't hit as well as, the other words. Definitely better than cock. Better than shit, I would say so. Goat fucker, definitely you can use that more in situations. Is it better than Karen? No, I feel like Karen is a little bit better. So we'll put cock gobbler right below Karen. Cow. Now you would use the word cow when you're trying to call somebody fat, but you want to be a little bit more specific, But I feel like if somebody is fat, the word fat would be more hard hitting than calling that fat person a cow, I do have the word fat in here, so we have to keep that in mind. I'm gonna put cow in like the C tier, definitely better than sissy chomp, but right below bullshit. All right, dick munch, pretty much the same context as cock gobbler, but I feel like dick munch is a little bit of a better word. I feel like if you're trying to be childish, cock gobbler is better. If you're trying to be a little bit more offensive, dick munch is better, but there's definitely better words that you can use than cock gobbler and dick munch. So I'm gonna put dick munch right below cock gobbler. I mean, MILF. Now, I don't really see MILF being used as a negative term. The word MILF literally means mother I would like to fuck. I feel like you got the same issue here with tits, where MILF isn't really used as in a negative context. And when it is, it's more funny than it is negative. So I would feel like tits is a better word than a MILF. So in this case, MILF would be better than tits, since it's, I guess, a little bit more offensive than tits, even though they're not really offensive at all. They're used in positive contexts. Farthead is some Nickelodeon child's movie kind of shit right here. This is a childish insult. I love it. But this has the same effects as sissy and chump, where somebody can use your childish slur against you. But I feel like the word is better than sissy and it is better than chump, so we're gonna put farthead right above chump. All right. Now, these are the ones I added in myself. I don't know why they weren't already included. Either the person who made the list wasn't thinking about them, or they didn't want to be offensive. But this very first one, I can 100% see why they didn't add it. This one is a very specific slur that I use with my friends. I'll play the clip right now.
I am now the alpha.
Bro, not how this works. I am the teacher.
The alpha takes priority over the teacher. The alpha takes priority over everything. Do you not know how that works?
In the clip, like you saw, the alpha doesn't have to listen to the teacher, Basically, you're using teacher in the same context as like a beta, but it's a little bit more specific because you call them a teacher and is specifically from that video, and like an in-joke with my friends. One of my favorite words, we use that one around when somebody's being like a beta, exhibiting beta behavior. a bottom behavior. Since it is a reference to that video, we just straight up usually say the line, you know, the alpha doesn't have to listen to the teacher and you have real teacher energy. I feel like this one a lot of people aren't really going to get, and it's perfectly reasonable as to why people don't get it. So even though for me it would be like a high B tier, like somewhere in the B tiers, I simply can't do that because it's so specific to me and my friends. So I would have to put this like medium C tier. I feel like right above Rick. Yeah, right there. Goober. This is one of those childish insults that you can use. Farhead, chump, sissy. But there is that video of like a dude, I think he's like harassing a woman or something, and then some cyclist justifiably comes in to try and help, but he didn't really know how to like shit talk. So the dude who was like harassing the woman kind of gets the upper hand on him just by calling him a goober repeatedly, and I find that clip to be fucking hilarious because the cyclist is in the right, he just didn't know how to, you know, clap back properly, and the dude just kept calling him a goober and he just really had no rebuttal to it. And I feel like you can do the same situation where if somebody tries to make fun of you, you can just keep calling them a goober and you'd kind of like flabbergast them.
Who the hell are you?
Don't worry about who the fuck I am. I'm right in the middle of your shit, so what the fuck?
What the fuck? What the fuck? They're like goobers. Let go of my camera, goober. Let go of my camera, goober.
Get that out of my face.
Don't touch my camera, goober.
Get that out of my fucking
I
face.
don't think so. I'll leave it right there, goober. All right, goober. Nice outfit, too.
It's like rollout in Pokemon, where the first time you say it, it's kind of weak, but then you keep repeating it and then it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, you know? So this one's definitely going in C tier. It's above Scum. No, I feel like it's right above Teacher. Yeah, Goober would be right above Teacher if used properly. All right, next one, Noob. You're referring to somebody who's new at a game or just bad at a game. But I feel like this one's like a childish insult. I literally use the image from Roblox because it's used by people who play Roblox. I don't know if it was made by, it probably wasn't made by Roblox. Well, when somebody says noob, all I think about is, you know, Roblox. But I feel like this one isn't as clapbackable as you know, farthead, chump, or sissy. So I'm gonna have to put this definitely above those, above cow, but right below bullshit. All right, whale. Now this one can be used in multiple ways. First off, the easy one, you're just trying to call someone fat, but just like cow, you're trying to be a little bit more specific, a little bit more offensive. So you call them a whale because, you know, whales are big, huge, so you're calling that person big and huge. But you can also use this in the context of somebody who pay to wins. You guys have probably heard the term somebody is whaling in a pay to win game. That means they're just spending a lot of money getting a bunch of good items, and even though you might have more skill than them, they just have, their count is just so pay to win. They have such good items or skills that you really can't compete with them, even though you're strategy wise you're probably better than them. But the thing about those pay to win games is that they typically don't have that much voice chat. It's typically always just text to chat, even though a lot of them don't even have text to chat. So even though I do like the word whale, you can't really use it that much. So I feel like this one's definitely gonna have to go right below cow or right above farthead, as when you can use it, it does hit harder than cow, but in places where you can use it, you're usually not able to use it. All right, this one, try hard. A lot of these images don't actually have the word on them, so I have to say them myself. Try hard. So try hard is like the opposite of whale. It's somebody who usually doesn't pay to win, and they have such good strategy and are so good at the game, and you can tell that they're sweating as they're playing the game because they're just trying hard so much. Now, this is used by people who are being a little bit more casual at the game and are just trying to have a bit more fun, but those tryhards are kind of ruining the experience by, you know, trying hard so much. And, you know, other people are just trying to be a little bit more casual with the game. Or it could also be used by somebody who's just bad at the game and somebody is better than them, so they just call them a tryhard, even though that person might just be bad. So I feel like this one's kind of a double-edged sword where you can call someone tryhard, but they can easily just clap back by calling you bad. And even if they are tryharding, when they call you bad, it still hurts your soul, you know? And due to that being a double-edged sword, I would have to put this like right above farthead, even though tryhard is kind of a good word. Yeah, this one's the one I added, cringe. You call this somebody who's, you know, being cringe. Somebody who says something that which gives you kind of like secondhand embarrassment. Usually they're being like a dork, you know? But I feel like cringe is a little bit more versatile than dork. You can call someone a dork, but you can't call a situation dork. But with cringe, you can call somebody and a situation a dork. So I'm definitely gonna have to put this above dork, but not above asshole. So cringe right above dork. All right, this one right here. This is peasant, you know, medieval peasant. Now this one really isn't used that often. You can use this in the same context as new, as somebody who's new to a game typically, but not really somebody who's bad at a game. Typically somebody who's new and doesn't have a lot of good items. And you've been playing the game for a while and you've got more items, better items, so you call them a peasant, right? They're poor, you're rich. Now, in the moment, this can be used against them, but if they put in more time than you, then they could have closed the gap pretty quickly. And then the slur can't really be used anymore. Yeah, but this one's pretty situational, but the word peasant is kind of funny. So, you know, I think I'm gonna put this at the top of D tier. We're not gonna put that in C tier. Ah, yes, this one. This one's used pretty much in the same context as peasant, but it's more offensive. Slave. Now, I found this one funny because I was looking up an image for slave, and it's literally an image of Abraham Lincoln and a slave kissing his hand. I think the image was used as like propaganda, or I don't know what you would call it, but it was used to like promote, you know, the stopping of slavery by showing an image of a slave kissing Abraham's hand, which is like something that would just not roll nowadays. But back in the day, I guess it was effective because slavery did end up being abolished. But yeah, the image is just funny. But the word slave is used in the same context as peasant, but it definitely hits a lot harder than the word peasant. So I feel like this one would be a C tier and like right above farthead. So boom. All right, no life. Pretty much using the exact same context as tryhard here. But the thing about tryhard is that they can easily clap back by calling you bad. But with no life, they can't really clap back that well. As you're not directly referring to their skill, you're referring to their skill, but also you're referring to the fact that they've put in so much time into the game that they have no life, pretty much, right? This is a pretty good one. Typically, when you say somebody has no life, they don't really have too much of a rebuttal. Other if they try and spin it in the same context as tryhard, where they're like, you say I have no life, but you're just mad because you're bad, or something like that, you know? But it's kind of hard to spin that. And it's very quick to shut that clapback down as well if somebody just backs you up. So yeah, with one person, it's pretty good. With two people, it's detrimental. So this was definitely, I feel like it's gonna have to go top of B tier, no life. Oh, this one, White Knight. I have the picture of the dude with the neck beard in a fedora. This is used in the context of a game. Typically, a woman's talking, somebody makes fun of a woman, and then a dude steps in and tries to defend the woman. And then the person that was making fun of the woman just calls them a white knight. Pretty specific context you got to use it in, but when it is used, it's pretty devastating. And then when the woman has to step in and kind of defend the guy white knighting for her, it's even more embarrassing. So calling somebody a white knight is kind of like I said, it is super devastating. So white knight, even though I would put it in like bottom of A tier, but since it's like super specific, but when you do use it, it is killer. I'm gonna have to put this like at the top of B tier, but I feel like it's gonna be right below no life. It's definitely harder hitting than no life, but like I said, it's super specific to be used. All right, this is one I've been using on my friend a lot recently. The word tsundere. It specifically refers to somebody who is pretending they don't like something even though they do like something, you know? And they're adding kind of bratty, kind of pouty. So, like I said, with my one friend, I kind of like to harass him. Usually when I'm trying to gas up my friend a little bit, it can be something like, oh, you're being cute. You're being a little cutie or something like that. You know, kind of I'm praising them, but also kind of making fun of them at the same time. And then my friend would like clap back and say like, shut up or something like that. You can just hear them pouting like in this image right here where they kind of, you know, looking to the side and puffing up their cheek. And then after that, I'd be like, stop being a tsundere or something like that. Or if they'd done it a couple times throughout the night, I would be like, oh, stop being such a little tsundere. It just adds that little bit of extra kick and makes the tsundere a little bit harder. If you say you're such a little tsundere or something like that, you got a little tsundere behavior. Just by saying little, it's like calling somebody a twink, little tsundere. And yeah, you know, I find it to be fucking hilarious. Where would I put tsundere? I feel like tsundere is kind of specific. They have to be like pouty after you've like complimented them or something like that, and it has always pretty much been a slam dunk whenever I use it. But I feel like this one has like the same problem as White Knight, where it's used in pretty specific situations, but when it is used, it is pretty devastating. I definitely won't put it right next to White Knight. I won't put it next to pussy, dickhead, broad, hua, woman, motherfucker, slut, bastard, douche, but right there. Yeah, I would put it at the bottom of B tier. It's a pretty cheeky response that you can say to someone if they are acting like a little fucking tsundere. All right, next up, weeb. Somebody who's talking about anime, Japanese, you say weeb, shuts them down pretty much instantly. Same issue same as like tsundere and a white knight, can only be used in specific situations, that being when they're talking about anime or Japan. But when you do say it, it's pretty devastating. I would say it's definitely better than tsundere, as you can use it in 2 contexts rather than only 1. I would put it above douche, but I wouldn't put it above wench. So douche, get out of here. Yeah, there we go. All right, next one, fat. Now, this one's definitely stronger than the word cow and whale when you're referring to somebody being fat. As like I said, if you call somebody who's fat, then it is more offensive than if you were to call them a cow or a whale, in my opinion. So definitely gonna go above cow, noob, bullshit, twat, fuck, prick, teacher, goober, scum, wanker, dick. Above tsundere, above douche, above weeb. But I don't think I would go past wench. Yeah, I'm definitely going to put that right above weeb. All right, next, twink. Now, you can refer to this in 2 different situations. First, somebody who's acting gay, you can call them a twink, you know? Or you can call somebody who's like really skinny and small a twink. So I feel like this one, it would be a little bit stronger than the word gay. Speaking of gay, I'm definitely going to have to add that after. But it's definitely not as strong as the word faggot. But yeah. I feel like the word twink would be a little bit more offensive than fat, since you can use it in 2 situations. Would it be wench? I think it would be wench. Bastard, it could be bastard. Slut. Twink can be used in a better context when it comes to gaming. Motherfucker, I don't think it would be motherfucker though. All right, yeah, let's just do gay right now since I was just talking about it. Like I said, it's not as strong as the word twink, but it's still pretty strong. As if somebody says something homosexual, a little bit gay, you know, you can just call them gay. And depending on the context, it can hit pretty hard. Or if you're like me, if somebody calls me gay, I can just call them a little fucking tsundere. So I feel like tsundere is a pretty good rebuttal when it comes to somebody calling you gay. But yeah, I think it's definitely gonna go with tsundere. It definitely goes above douche. Definitely is better than weeb and fat. Better than wench. Slut. I feel like slut is a little bit better than gay, so we're gonna put gay right below slut. All right, next. Oh, I fucking love this word. Hua. So it's basically whore, but with an accent. Specifically, I like the way Ralph Cifaretto from The Sopranos says it. I'll roll that clip right now.
A, she was a hooah. B, she hit me.
But yeah, using in the same context as whore, but the accent makes it a lot better. Definitely going above whore, better than broad. Now, I feel like broad is used a lot more than hua. Even though in my personal opinion, I feel like hua is better than broad. But simply because people use the word broad a lot more than hua, I'm definitely going to put hua right below broad. All right, this is the point in the video where I'm going to say if you have thin skin, leave the video now. Because we're going to get downright disrespectful, racist, and homophobic. But these are essential words when you're talking about the gamer's vocabulary. So yeah, we're going to start off with this one. This is from a clip. I'll roll the clip right now.
So you're a queer, aren't you?
Yeah, the word is queer. Used in the same context as gay and twink, but I feel like the word queer hits harder, especially if you say it the way that kid says it in the video. You're queer, aren't you? It's like gay and twink, but with like the hard R, you know? So I'm definitely gonna have to put it, I feel like the top of A tier. Yeah, I feel like it's gonna be right below no life. Yeah, that's definitely where it's gonna go. And then fag. Fag pretty much used in the same context as queer. I feel like they're gonna go right next to each other. It's also in a Sopranos clip. I'll roll that right now.
What is the issue?
He's a fag.
And?
I fucking love the way he says fag. He's a fake. Yeah, but if you just say fag on its own, it's fine. But if you do that little singing that he does in the video, then that shit hits harder than queer. But I feel like nobody adds emphasis to the word fag. They just say fag. So I'm going to put that right below queer. All right, next one. Liberal. You say this when somebody says something super progressive or they're trying to be super inclusive. And when you're in the gaming sphere, that shit is just not allowed. And when you're playing an online game, you're kind of anonymous. So people are more open to what they can say. And when somebody's wearing a mask, you'll be surprised how many people are actually more right-leaning than left-leaning. As social pressure typically makes people liberal. Yeah, pretty good. It's a pretty good insult. Especially if you use it against somebody who is right-leaning and you call them a liberal, it really pisses them off. Liberal is just a pretty offensive word to pretty much everyone. Especially in the gaming sphere. I feel like gaming sphere, it's a lot harder hitting than IRL. So you know what? I think I'm going to put this at the bottom of A tier. Yeah, definitely right below cunt. And right above no life. All right, next one. We're going to start getting a bit racy here. Sand monkey. This is used in in the same context as goat fucker, where you're referring to somebody who is a Muslim or Middle Eastern. But I feel like sand monkey is definitely a lot harder hitting and rolls off the tongue a lot better than goat fucker. So definitely gonna go above goat fucker. Dick munch, cock gobbler, Karen, ass. Yeah, I feel like you ought to go above ass and above peasant. I feel like it can't go up to C tier simply because it is so specific. But yeah. All right, next word. Jew. Now, not only are you referring to the race, the religion, Jew, but Jewish people do have a bit of a stereotype where they are greedy. So Jew can not only refer to those people, but they can also refer to people who are being greedy or doing something greedy. For instance, like let's say you're playing a survival game and you're in the middle of a fight with multiple enemies. You kill one of the enemies and you're continuing the fight, but your friend immediately goes to loot the person. Meanwhile, you're still in the fight of your life. Happens a lot to me. So I end up calling one of my friends a Jew a lot. He also is Jewish. Yeah, I feel like Jew is a pretty good word. I feel like this is up there. I feel like it is better than liberal since it has a 2-in-1 context, as you're calling people Jewish and then you're also calling the actions that they're doing Jewish, being greedy. Definitely above liberal. I feel like it's better than cunt, better than dork, definitely better than dork. Cringe, better than cringe. Asshole. I'm gonna put it above asshole. Is it better than bitch? I feel like it is better than bitch. Son of a bitch. No, it is better than son of a bitch. Faggot. No, it's not better than faggot. Yeah, a faggot can be used in a lot of situations. Big gamer word. Jewish is used in less situations, less of a gamer word, since people don't want to be too offensive sometimes. But I feel like the word faggot is like one of the only exceptions where people are willing to sling out that word when it comes to gaming. These next three words are basically the same word, just said differently. These next ones are super offensive. If you have darker skin tones, this is not for you. Click off the video now. All right, first word, moulignon. Now, me and my friends, we love the show Sopranos, and in that word, when they refer to black people, they call them moulignons. You're basically calling somebody black, but I feel like it's less offensive than just straight up calling them black or even the N-word, you know? But the word is so funny, dude. I love the word moulignon. It rolls off the tongue so fucking well. But moulignon isn't as well known as the N-word, the gamer word. So sometimes when you say moulignon in like games, a lot of people don't even know what the word means, but I fucking love the word. It's so goofy. I love it. This is gonna go like B tier. I feel like this is gonna go right above who, which is the other Sopranos word. So we're gonna put that there. All right, next word, ninja, ninja, specifically ninja. You want to say the N word, the gamer word. You still want to be offensive, but not as offensive. You're not gonna say the hard R. And me and my friend, we were watching Naruto a few months back. And we would just, when somebody in the show is being a bitch or something like that, we just call them ninjas. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to put ninja. Should it be like bottom of? No, I'm going to have to, fuck. It's going to be above tsundere. It's going to be above douche, right below weeb. Ninja isn't really used a lot, but when you do see it, it is kind of funny. All right, the final word of the list. I'm going to say it. I'm going to fucking say it, guys. So fucking mute yourselves or leave the video now. The N-word, the gamer word, nigger. The more visceral, the more emphasis, the more accent you put onto it, especially like a southern accent. This word is a god tier word, and there's a reason it's called the gamer word. People sling this word like it's nothing, dude. It's got the same reputation as faggot, where people don't care that this is so extremely offensive IRL, and because of the anonymity of being online, they will let that shit sling. And whenever somebody says it, it's like a flashbang. That shit hits you hard. It is such a good word. This is gonna go top of the list. The gamer word, the N word with the hard ER. It by itself, that's already the best word. You add an accent to it. You add some viscera. You had the ER to it with some viscera with a southern accent. Whoo! If there was an S plus tier, accent hard ER is the best word, hard gamer word. But yeah, I know there's definitely more words. I was thinking of them as I was talking them, but I just didn't include them because I got lazy. I got tired of adding more words. Plus this video is damn near 1 hour and 30 minutes long recording wise. I'm guessing this is probably gonna go down to like 50-ish minutes by the time I'm done editing. But yeah, I hope you fellow gamers like this tier list, and I will do more tier lists in the future. I'm probably gonna have to sit through a bunch of hate in the comment section, but fuck it. It's a Wednesday video. I'm getting experimental. This is what the Wednesday videos are for. But yeah, let me do a question of the day. With all these words on the list, what's your favorite gamer word? And also, is there any other slurs or gamer words that I missed that you would put on the list as well? And where would you rank them? Also, don't type out the full word in comments. Add like the stars. That way your comment doesn't get striked by YouTube or something. Or my video gets striked down. It's probably gonna get striked down by YouTube, but fuck it. Alright, yeah, that's the end of the video. I'll see you guys later. Bye.